party and they give you like a free calculator. So you have login. So that's why you need. I'm picking up in San Antonio. I'm going to Chippewa Falls and it's going to ask you the size for everything. And it's going to tell you, well, that's how much it's going to cost you. So then you have to figure out, is that because you will need to pay it out of this rate, right? Because they do not. Or what can Platon say? He can call and say, okay, you paying 31, but my permits are gonna run me whatever, $300 or $400. Are you willing to reimburse some of it, right? Or are you willing to reimburse? Otherwise, it's not gonna make sense. So with oversized, the negotiations don't really happen this fast unless you already log in and you're really fast. So usually that's why he even asked in the beginning, are you okay to do this? Because he already knows that you need to call. Good job, Platon. I see the difference, right? From beginning of the class. It's getting better. It's getting better. Ночью будешь спать, и Одесса тебе будет сниться как nightmare.
That's the number, right?
I don't remember who I gave you. Do you think I am a little computer?
Quality, yeah, because you know everything, Alex. Quality logistics.
Who was a broker?
Quality logistics.
Oh, Crowley Logistics too. Okay, let's see. Carrier MC. So what does it mean, Jeff? They have carrier MC. So what do we call this kind of broker? Asset broker, right?
Where's it go?
Asset broker. So they have brokerage and trucking company as well. So we call it asset brokers because they have assets.
They have trucks.
Oh, assets. Okay.
How many trucks do they have?
So the number they show on the RTS 904-726-4390. Same one or different? To survive in this market, what do we have to do? Pre-book.
Hello?
Hi, how can I help you?
Hey, good morning. I'm actually calling about the load that you have out of San Antonio going.
Yes, I just adjusted some of those postings based on what we have left. The only load I have left for tomorrow right now is going to be 57 feet and 10 inches long. Can you handle that?
Woo, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some legal loads that I got them covered. I'm also that's being a pain in my butt is getting my load stuck on the board all day long, but I'm trying to fix it right now.
Well, you're not the only one. We're all having problems, so it's a Monday for sure.
It for sure is. But I will let you know though, I have about 4 more loads picking up tomorrow. I've not received the tenders. If you do see a post back up maybe in an hour or even tomorrow, please give us a call because we do have some more legal loads. I'm just not going to book them until I get the load tenders.
Okay, definitely. Do you mind checking to see if we're set up with you?
Yeah, we got set up with us.
It is awesome, and we're good to go. Okay, yeah. So I'll check again with you tomorrow.
Please do. Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate it. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Wow, look at that. That's how we like to finish on this note. Kristen is. Confidence is there. Communication is there. Making sure that she's setting up for future and checking if we are set up. This was a 5-star call.
Thank God Kristen was calling. I wouldn't understand a word the lady was saying. She was so fast.
Let's talk about this. So since we have 5-star call for today, Kristen, let's start with you. Let's talk about all of this. First, why dispatch? Why me? And what did you learn today?
Why dispatch? Well, I've been driving for a while. You got to find a way to transition out eventually. So I'm really right now, I'm just trying to up my skills and learn a bunch of stuff so I can put a bunch of marks on my belt. That way I can increase my value. I've done a lot of research over the last couple years, and you have always stuck out to me. I think one, because we're pretty similar. We're kind of rough around, I'm not going to put up with nothing. You know what I'm saying? We might bump heads a little bit, but I'm going to give you a run for your money. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. So I really like your, the way you're firm. I like the way that you stand your ground. So yeah, that's why I chose you.
After doing the practice today, what has to be improved or what do you see as challenges for you?
I think today in the practice, it's a lot of pressure because it's really fast. But I think the main thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that you are looking at all those notes, getting all the information, making sure you're looking at everything before you're making that phone call. That way you're prepared. You don't look like an idiot. You make sure that you're on top of your stuff because they'll hang up on you. they don't even want to deal with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. So as long as you have all your ducks in a row, it doesn't matter if you really don't, but just pretend you do, act like you do. So just make sure you do a lot of research and write down what you want to ask them ahead of time, and kind of just fill in those blanks is going to be your biggest, because it's a lot of pressure today.
Okay, so let
Yeah.
me ask you this. You've been driving for a while. Why do you still need to sign up? You know most of the stuff. Did you learn extra things through my classes, or this was
I didn't
everything?
know anything. I didn't know anything on this side. I dispatched for a utility company before I went into trucking. So I've been in the corporate world for like 25 years. I've done supply chain, but I've worked utility.
Mhm.
So I didn't know anything about this back office side. I'm also going to sign up for safety and compliance and all of the other stuff too, because I need to have that stuff. So I have the driving down, and I took advantage of learning all the ins and outs of this area. That way it's going to be easier when I transition to that area. So to have all of that knowledge, you provide a lot more than other people. And I think it's really important to have all the resources, because people aren't willing to share that with you. They're not willing to tell you what you're doing wrong. Constructive criticism is big with me, because I want to know what I'm doing wrong. Tell me how to improve myself. How can we grow? Because in the long run, I'm a driver, so I know what it's like out here. So I want to make it better for us.
Okay,
So,
so I'm changing trucking for the better. Plus, I'm very proud of you, your commitment, right? Being in a truck, still sitting through the classes, connecting even today. First, you had to drop the trailer, still not admitting practice. So, you are my next big super shiny star in dispatch and safety. Very proud of you. Thanks for choosing me. It was my pleasure to have you in the class. Thank you so
well,
much.
thank
And
you for
today,
sharing your information. Thank
and
you.
today you got only you getting that 5 stars for now. So let's see. Good job. Ramona, why dispatch?
Dispatch, because I find it very interesting, and excuse me, I'm very interested in the whole trucking industry. That's why I got my CDL. I found you on YouTube as well, and you're the only one that really seems like you know what you're talking about. And everyone else just wants to talk some fast game, and just doesn't seem like it's a good learning environment. So I picked you because you really know what you're talking about. And yes, today, what I'm sure was a lot of pressure for those who didn't have technical difficulties like I did. But I agree with Kristen 100%. You have to know your information up front, and you also need to know what information you need to get from that broker when you're on the phone with them. Super important. So you have to have good communication skills and be ready to communicate properly, and just follow up on what you're doing.
Plus, what we do learn? To be a pro dispatcher, we will need to make sure we have 2 screens. We don't have those difficulties, right? Good cheer.
Right.
So we can call, we can prepare all of this. So that's a actually lesson as well. But again, very pleased. Right. You were always asking questions, always preparing, very, very active in the class. And that's what I like. And sorry, I know I could pick on you because I can feel the same personality. So don't take it personally.
Right. No, it was all good. It was all good. Every time you picked on me, it made me think about what I needed to do better. That's all it did. I didn't take it personal. I didn't take it badly. It was all just like, okay, I don't know that well enough. I got to study that again. I got to learn it again. And I got to learn it better.
Let's verify to other people. Taking my classes, do they have to actually put any efforts? Is it a lot of studying, reading, or it's kind of just listening to me? Let's verify.
There's a lot of effort. There's a lot of homework. There's quizzes. There's a lot of effort that comes into play on your own, that you have to do on your own. It's not just the classes. You have to be willing to put the time in, the extra time. And like some of us working full time, it's a lot. I have a home life too as well, just like everyone else. And I have to find time to put it in. And but I really want to learn this. And I'm like Kristen as well. I want to take the safety and the IFTA as well later on. So I think I better get a new computer before that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's next on
Yeah,
the
it's
list.
a lot of effort. That's why I also advise people to sign up early for the classes so you can start preparing. But also, after we finish today, you're not done. Now you know how it goes. So you go, reread, reorganize, make
Yes.
sure what you're missing, and then take another month or so and then start preparing. But good job.
Yes. Thank you so much. You've
You're
been
welcome.
absolutely wonderful.
Thank you. I still want to review on Google
Of course.
and on
Of course.
Facebook. But let's go to Mr. Jeff, a serious gentleman. Mr. Jeff, who is taking other classes. So, Mr. Jeff, are you giving me 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, no stars? What's gonna happen, Mr. Jeff?
I give you 100 stars because this was a great learning experience. The reason I picked the class is because you, by watching on YouTube and your social media, you were very consistent and you over delivered in a lot of your videos and a lot of information that you were posting, on YouTube and stuff like that. Some people just give you a little bit, but you really go in depth with a lot of things that, you, like you say, you love to teach and you love to give back. So that's what I gathered from seeing you, on social media and stuff. It was a great class, and I learned to be quick on the draw with you, or you're going to move to the next person.
I told you it's gonna be under the pressure today, but
right.
Mr. Jeff, from beginning of the class, although I know that you took other trainings and I was picking on you extra, I do see improvement. And even after first phone call to the next one, do you see? This is only polishing your skills. I gave you basics. I gave you knowledge. I hopefully put that logical thinking into you so you know what is BS, what is not. Everything else, you're gonna be comfortable because again, you're gonna have load board. You can do all those steps as long as what? As you still making those steps as I am teaching you. Because do you see how many things can be missed really fast, right? Really fast. Operational cost, knowing operational cost. You're gonna have your driver. You're gonna know your driver, so it's gonna be easy. You're gonna have set up in front of you. You're gonna have all the load boards. So of course today it was just a little pick on how it's gonna run. But I can tell you this, it's a different Mr. Hiles in the end of the practice than it was in the beginning. And that's what we need to do. And it's going to be all the time like this. Even when the market changes, people say, oh, it's easier. But even then, you still need to get more, right? You still need to push. You need to verify. So very proud of you. Very proud. Again, participating, sitting those long classes. Never give up on me. Still taking my pushiness, right? Thank you.
That's
appreciate
right.
that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the pushiness.
Okay, let's go to first. Oh no, we're gonna go to them later because they're our free winners of the class. Platon, signing up the last minute, missing the first class. Well, you were under the pressure there, right? I told you you have to catch up. So tell me, why? Because I even asked you, do you really want to sign up? You already missed the class. Why did you choose me and what do you think?
I choose you when I saw your interview in YouTube, and like I understood that you are confidence specialist, and that's why I choose you. And when I found out that I'm already late for much classes, I decided that it's not a big deal, and I want to get success more, yes, than I'm afraid. That's why I decided to do. And why dispatching? Why logistics? Because actually I came to USA a couple months ago, and I have logistical special education in Ukraine, and that's why I realized, I decided that it is like kind of some sign that I have to do logistics here.
Okay, so you are new, you're fresh from the board. Wow, I thought that you were here for a few years. Okay, I should have backed off a little bit, but it's okay, kid. You're gonna do faster. So what do you think? Do you like it? Do you like dispatching? Because you know what? I mean, you have the degree from Ukraine. Oh, it's a little bit different. But exactly dealing with dispatching in the USA, in this market, do you think you like the process?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I like the process, and I see and I know that I can do my best in this area.
So do you think you have enough basics to start? Because I do believe you do.
Actually, yes, but it's never late to start, yes, and that's why I guess I have.
You have you can even girls. Do you agree? The first phone calls and the later, his voice was changing. He was already picking on things. So you do have a big potential, right? You do have a big potential. Of course, polishing the skills, little confidence. Of course, for us, English as a second language is never that easy. For girls, it's gonna be easy because you know it's cute. For guys with the English second language, well, you have to be more confident. So but you've been doing homework, so I've been watching you. So great job. Great job. Proud of you. Okay, let's go to our girls.